In the quaint little town of Willowbrook, nestled amidst rolling hills and lush meadows, there stood a charming old-timey store known as Mrs. Thompson's Emporium. It was a haven for all who sought a glimpse of days gone by, where the world moved at a gentler pace and kindness was the currency of choice. Mrs. Amelia Thompson, the venerable proprietor of the Emporium, was a figure of admiration and respect in Willowbrook. With her silver hair tied neatly in a bun and a warm smile that could light up even the darkest of days, she was a beloved fixture in the community. Everyone, from the young to the old, would frequent her store for a dose of wisdom and a cup of her famous elderberry tea. The Emporium was a treasure trove of nostalgia and wonder. As the creaky door swung open, the tinkling of a small bell would herald the arrival of each customer. Inside, shelves were lined with glass jars filled with candies of every color and flavor. Polished brass sails adorned the counter, and handcrafted wooden toys sat on a shelf, awaiting the joy of children's laughter. But it wasn't just the delightful merchandise that kept customers coming back. It was the stories that Mrs. Thompson would share as she wrapped their purchases in brown paper and twine. Tales of adventurous travelers who had passed through Willowbrook ages ago, of mythical creatures that danced in moonlit meadows, and heartwarming anecdotes about the townsfolk who were more like a close-knit family than neighbors. On one summer's day, a young boy named Timothy, with tousled hair and a curious glint in his eyes, wandered into the Emporium. He was fascinated by the vintage trinkets and oddities that adorned the shelves, and his imagination soared with each tale Mrs. Thompson spun for him. As the months went by, Timothy became a regular visitor to the Emporium, and he and Mrs. Thompson forged a unique bond. She saw the spark of creativity and ingenuity within the young boy and took him under her wing, teaching him the secrets of concocting delicious teas, crafting intricate wooden toys, and most importantly, the art of storytelling. With Mrs. Thompson's guidance, Timothy blossomed into a confident and kind-hearted lad. He became known as the town's storyteller, often sitting in the town square under the shade of the ancient oak tree, weaving captivating stories for all who would listen. As years passed, Mrs. Thompson grew older, and her steps became a little slower. Timothy, now a fine young man, took over the Emporium, preserving its magic and charm for the next generation. He continued to honor Mrs. Thompson's legacy, sharing her timeless tales with customers who entered the store and offering them a cup of elderberry tea, just like she had done all those years ago. The Emporium remained a sanctuary of enchantment and nostalgia, where the memories of the past were cherished and the dreams of the future were nurtured. And so, the old-timey store in Willowbrook lived on, a timeless haven of warmth and wonder, a testament to the enduring power of stories and the enduring legacy of kindness and love.